Alright, hello, greetings and welcome on this very peculiar Friday stream. Hello. Brad, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Hi. I hope you can see the screen alright. I think I might need to make an adjustment still, because I put on a little extra light. Hope you can hear me okay. And that everything is going to be okay. Let me just check here. I think I do need to just adjust the filter slightly. Let me just go here. Screen and volume seen alright? Yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys can actually see the numbers on the treadmill screen. Coming over here, coming to this screen, and then just dialing this down ever so slightly. Something like that, okay. It looks like it won't let me go further than that. Really? Yes, it will. Okay. Hopefully those numbers should be visible. They're displaying by me as pure black, but I see that they're not doing so by you guys. Hopefully they are clear enough though. Hopefully. But alright, I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome. Eek. Strange time of day for a stream, but we're here. And I'm gonna switch us on. Boop. And I'm immediately gonna take us up to 3 because anything less than that isn't even an amble. I should probably put that on. You know, just safety. Our little safety stop tether. I don't know if you can hear the footfalls. Over the music it might be a little bit tricky. But how goes? I can hear the footsteps, yay! Okay, awesome. So yeah, this is a really easy idle pace. How has everyone's day been so far? Or if you had only just woken up, hope you had a good rest. The day is going, seems my brain hasn't woken up and it's immediately being forced to solve problems. Oh no! That's less than pleasant and ideal. Oh dear. You have my condolences there, Brad. Shame, man. I'll be very honest, I have not been on this treadmill since last Treadmill Zatsu. Honestly, it's tragic. Absolutely tragic. I really need to get in the habit of doing this more often. It's work problems, so I at least get paid for it. that helps. That helps, if nothing else. I need to kind of make sure that I stay a little bit to my left, or to the port side of this treadmill, because otherwise my camera doesn't pick up my tracking. Tragic but hard to build habits that leave you tired after. You know, that's the worst of it. It's not even that this leaves me tired after. It's just that putting shoes on takes unnecessarily long, and unfortunately half the time the treadmill ends up being a storage space for other things. We try to limit that as much as possible. But I still needed to carry like 3 piles of stuff over the treadmill before setup could even start. Hence why I was a little bit later than I planned, but it's fine. Also fair on that front, shoes suck, and treadmills attract stuff. Yes. Yes, they do. Luckily, I think I've got my setup a lot more streamlined than last time, that's for sure. So I can actually see chat without turning my head all the way to the side now. There's actually more light on the situation. I've got less furniture that I needed to move around. I've literally got a work light and 2 bar stools and the mic stand and my phone stand for all of my bits and pieces. And it is fairly compact and contained, so it's all working out just so. And it seems like I've also got my camera in a decent place as well. It's not at weird angles, so that's also helpful. Hehe. Nice. Love incremental setup improvements. Oh yeah, they're so helpful to go through the process of iterating and finding, okay, this didn't work for me, how can we do it better this time, etc, etc. It's definitely worthwhile. Speaking of increments, I'm going to take this up to 3.5. Otherwise, in the hour, we're not even going to get to 5 kilometers of distance covered. Like, at the moment, we definitely won't hit 5 kilometers distance. But we'll get there. We've only walked 280 meters, guys. Gasp. Can you believe it? But I spent the morning writing on Misthaven, and it was good. We managed to get another decently huge chunk of the way through the first draft on the first POV. So we are now through the first POV, first draft, the first 3 of 5 sections has now been mapped out. So now it's just the last 2 sections on this POV. And then that's that POV planned and done. Which is kind of crazy to think. Then I can take that and map all of those details across to the POVs that overlap in those places. Adjust to fit the correct character and then fill in the gaps. So, yay. Progress, progress, progress. It's always fun. The new tool is helping so much. Like, I can't believe I've been working on this thing for months. And it's just coming together all of a sudden like that with the right tools in place. Granted, all of the time spent mulling over things and how they work and all of that is not wasted time. But just being able to see the layouts and things is so much nicer. That's some good progress, even if the mapping out isn't the most fun part of the writing. Yeah, it's definitely the technically hard part, because that's the structure of the story, and making sure that things flow and are coherent in the sense that one thing leads to another, and it's not a case of thing A happens, then thing B happens, and there's no connect, or things don't come to a proper resolution. So having the overarching shared plotline confirmed and solidified now means that what I'm planning now in the different POVs is just the individual character arcs, which have their own ups and downs and sub-arcs a little bit, and need their own resolutions. But having the one piece set helps put on the next, put down the next, put down the next. It's like dominoes. So it's getting places. And once all of that is in place, then we go through the entire process again, but just down on the prose and dialogue level. Or the script level, whichever is the more accurate description. I'm used to writing for like written stories type things, not necessarily scripts. So that part of things is still a little itty bit foreign to me. But honestly, I think it shouldn't be too difficult to do the adaptation. I like to go prose first, because then it's the visual description of the emotion that is trying to be conveyed and everything is captured, and then converting that into a script is much more easily done. Toaster, hello, welcome in. We're on a treadmill today. How are you doing? The PC was revived. Congratulations! Well done, Toaster. Well done, well done, well done. Victory! Victory! Super happy for you. Nice, nice. So that means return debut in a week? Still doing another one so I can get the dual setup? Oh yeah. I can 100% vouch for the dual setup. It's got a couple of quirks, but oh my word, is it worth it. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. I think, guys, it's also time for a hydrate, so let's all acquire our nearest safe for consumption beverage and take a sip. Yes, I'm going to drink water while walking. Waha! There we go. Oh no, I just finished my safe for consumption beverage. Oh, timing is everything. You'll simply have to get another. Oh dear. Oh dear. Poor toaster. Oh man. I think it's time to increment this up to 4. This is still way, way, way slower than if I were doing my actual dedicated exercise walk. But I've not used the treadmill, like I said, since the last Treadmill Zatsu, so I am a little out of practice. Time for the unsafe for consumption beverage then. No braid. No braid. Not time for unsafe for beverage consumption. Get them steps in, aviator. Yes, sir. Can't see it, but I just saluted. Now let's see. Will this thing pick up my heart rate today? Let's see. Don't know if you can see that in the bottom right corner. It's too early for unsafe beverage consumption. Unless it's happy hour. Oh boy. And I am drinking the barbecue sauce and the Miss God cannot stop me. Well, bread and barbecue sauce do go together quite well, so... And technically barbecue sauce is still a edible substance. It's still an edible substance. So while it may not be very good at thirst quenching, it's still safe for consumption. And if you look at its SKU, it's still a beverage. Why are you running? I'm not running, I'm just walking. Hello, Calix, welcome in. Fine, gasoline it is. No, no. Bread loaves are combustible enough as they are. Gasp. Yeah, no, we're still actually on a very slow walk. We're only at 4 kilometers an hour. I don't actually know if the numbers by the heart rate monitor there in the bottom right corner is actually visible, if it's legible for you guys or not. From where I'm standing on the preview screen, it doesn't really look legible, but I know it's like a quarter of real size, so I don't exactly know 100%. Then again, I don't entirely 100% trust the heart rate monitor on this thing anyway, because it often cuts out partway through a session in any case. So. Yeah, no. The heart rate monitor on my watch is saying that I was vacillating between 91 and 66, so in the span of a minute. I don't know which one to trust. I honestly don't know which one to trust. But it's fine. In any case, how's everyone doing? Calix, Toaster, hope you're doing well. Let's see, I think it's time to dial this up to 4.5. Hello, hello. What are we up to today? We are on a treadmill today. We're just having a walk and talk. Good to see you, Tawny. Welcome in. Yeah, we're actually just casually just having a natter. The periodic thumping you hear is my footsteps. Ooh, treadmill, yeah, we're treadmilling. I mean, why have a streamer laptop that you guys were so kind to make possible and not do something mobile, right? I'd actually like to do one of these a month, at least. Wish my office desk was a standing desk and I'd join you. Oh, yeah, no. I actually wish I had a mechanical treadmill that could live in my room, honestly. The electric one is nice, but I wish I had a mechanical one that I could put in my room. Smaller. And be able to later do mocap stuff with it. At paces that I could manage to sit on my footfalls rather than needing to match movements to a stride speed based on ground speed. How'd you set this up? Where's the camera and iPhone attached? iPhone is on a telescopic stand that is supposed to be for a ring light. The ring light has long since died, but the stand still works. And I've got my normal microphone on a bog standard stage type microphone stand on my starboard side, beside which are two bar stools. On one sits my laptop, and the other sits the iPad that's got my touch portal for scene switching. And then everything is plugged in a plug strip underneath the two bar stools. And then for extra light, I've got a tall, long LED work light propped up. Also, on my starboard side, just to the port of the streaming laptop. So I've got enough light this time. So it's technically half of my normal streaming setup, just with an extra pair of stands. So yeah, actually frightfully simple to set up if you have a mobile streaming unit for your PC. Is this at a gym? No, it's in my house. It's in my house. My family are not subscription people. So once, pretty close to a decade ago, we attempted to do the whole gym membership thing. The whole getting up at the crack of dawn before work thing did not work for us. Work kept on going till 8 or 9 at night, which means that going to gym after work didn't work for us. And so about 2 years ago, we invested in the treadmill because we were also just not getting to walking around outside, largely because it's not exactly a pedestrian-friendly area that I reside in, for lack of a better description. So, yeah, we purchased a treadmill specifically for the investment into the health. And while we've had stretches of being able to actively use it, we've also had stretches of being so calamitously ill that for 2 or 3 months at a time, you just can't because you're coughing your lungs out. So it's been an interesting journey with this thing. But yeah. I mean, the last bout of calamitous illness only really passed asterisk in March. By my mum, for example, after having struck in November. You do usually need large lungs inside you to get the most out of a treadmill. Yeah. We only really do it for walking though. Just to keep the joints fluid. The whole running thing, it's not anyone in my household. We won't do the running thing really. Even when I go up to my full maximum walking speed, which, let me just show you guys. That's the maximum speed I've managed to clock at a walk. Comfortably and consistently. It's a little bit much for right now because trying to talk and keep this up is a little bit hectic. 7.5 k's an hour. Like, this is almost race walk speed. Not quite, but almost, I think. Surely. Like, this is a slow race walk. But I'm just going to go back to slightly more manageable for a conversation. 5.5. There we go. Oh yeah, that's so much more manageable for a conversation. I was at 4.5. But no, this is a comfortable stride length. Usually when I'm doing this for exercise, I actually have a music playlist. Going as well, and then I try to match my footfalls to the beat of whatever's playing. So half of the exercise comes from changing stride lengths because it works different muscle groups. Are we on an incline? We're actually not at the moment because I've just spent a week not eating. So I'm actually trying to take it a little bit easy right now. But I'll eventually get back into inclines. Is that in kilometers per hour or miles? It's in kilometers. Let me add a little bit of incline here. Okay, they were on +2 incline. Which, to be fair, is barely a fraction of my driveway. And I walk that every week, so... Yeah, my driveway is almost a 40-degree slope. That's crazy. Like, how a vehicle gets up there, I do not entirely understand. Or am I thinking, or am I seeing with skew perspective? It's probably closer to 30-ish. 30, 32 at most. If I have to think now. Still, steep enough for something that hasn't got enough gumption in it to struggle, especially under load. Humans included. Okay, how far have we walked now? 1,800 meters. Really? It's only 1,800? Really? Oh. No. All of that madness aside, tell me something interesting that's happened recently. For you guys. I want to find out. Something cool that you found recently. Whew. I'm gonna hydrate again. I usually don't do that while walking, but today I think that's maybe not a bad idea. I impulse bought a 15-point motion tracker system for a 3D model. Oh wow! Which one? Which one? No clue what I'm going to use it for until I get a humanoid stream model, but it's shipped. Let me check. Ooh. I will not lie. Since first putting the goal that you see up there down for Harrier 3D, I have actually been investigating tracking solutions as well. Does an energy drink count as hydration? It is technically safe for consumption, yes. Please don't drink gasoline or brake fluid or dishwashing liquid or any of those sorts of things, or bleach. I do not want to take responsibility for having instructed you to do those things. Please don't. Iodine straight out of the bottle, also not a good idea. Beyond anything that will physically burn you, poison you, or otherwise cause you immediate harm, if it is sold for human consumption, chances are you can probably drink it. RiboCap. Ah yes, I was recommended by a few people I knew, and it was on sale, so I grabbed it with some budget I put aside for stream. Oh, nice. An energy drink is safe for consumption? Barely, yes. Yeah. Many will argue the toxicity levels of an energy drink, considering the high caffeine values. But we should all be adults here, honestly. If you've been looking at the front few characters of all of my stream titles for the last couple of months, and you haven't figured out that we are in fact an over 18 channel, I can't help you. So, as a bunch of adults here, we should know, more or less, hopefully, what our limits are for something safe for consumption and not. If you don't, then I wonder, how are you still here? As an adult, you got that far? Huh? The amount of intervention necessary for that, oh my word. But okay. Yeah, I've heard of ReboCap, yeah. I suppose I will drink some water with my sip. Thank you. Wise one. Water is good. I don't know. I've just generally got a strained relationship with energy drinks because they always upset my stomach. Like, first time I had one, and every time after that, they just upset my stomach and make me feel ill. So, I don't bother. All my caffeine comes from coffee. From what I've seen, ReboCap seems like it's marketing itself as the cheapest option for comprehensive and quality tracking. Yeah, it is definitely up there, right next to Slime VR. Right next to that, which is actually the open source version, or that open source solution. I spotted something that I need to investigate more closely, which is also an open source solution that is based off of a multiple webcam input. And I just want to see what the reading is there and what the specs are on that, because that looks good if it is doable. If it's not doable, then my option is probably going to be Slime. There's going to be a catch, since with all things cheap, reliable, or quality, you can only have two. I forgot about Slime. I should have checked the prices first. Yeah, interesting thing is, Slime just released the new butterfly slimes, which are way smaller, and sort of flat pack as well. By just, I mean probably December, January, I think. Also up to 15 points tracking. Still doesn't have gloves yet, but I think those are in development with Slime, also for open source, which is cool. I like open source stuff. It means that even if I manage to not manage to get it working, which is entirely possible, probably someone in town with smarts can fix a thing and it not be a case of, okay, now I need to get it shipped from a planet away. Because if the parts are open source or 3D printable, as is the case with Slime, then come on. For someone who's remote, as I am, it makes sense. Just pulled them up when you said that, and it was more than I paid for the ReboCast. The V1 were comparable, so I remain justified. Yeah, no, price point is definitely a thing. Absolutely a thing. Because there is also a comparative difference between actually acquiring the hardware from the developers of an open source piece of kit, or just getting the instructions and the download package that you put on your own chipsets and build it yourself. So that's also definitely a cost comparison. But if you're not crafty with electronics, it's also not an option to do the build-it-yourself route. I, for one, have never actually fidgeted with building electronics. So, while I am sure with correct instructions and the correct materials and so on, I would be able to figure something out to hopefully get working. It is not a skill tree that I've invested any points into. this stage. I use tech, I don't build tech. Big difference. Big difference. If I ever get time warped into an ancient era, that is going to be my #1 handicap. Considering the missed portals, that's entirely plausible. Because you never know where you're going to show up, or at what era in that place's civilized history you will do so. Crazy. But yeah. Okay, so tracking. Nice. Anything else cool happen? I realize that I'm sounding squeaky all of a sudden. Modulate the voice. Modulate the voice, Harrier. At this pace I will be very lucky if I hit 5 kilometers before the hour. I might need to put in a spurt if I want to hit 5Ks before the hour. Let's inch that up a little bit. Not much, but just a little. Let's think. Yes. So, on my end, nah, just that. Everything else that's happened to me is boring or unfortunate. Oh no. Head pats for bread. Head pats for bread. Shame. Oh man. Nah. On my end, what I have got to report is that on Sunday, and not on my channel, something cool is happening. Some of you guys on the Discord might have noticed that I put up that the 7th of May is my 2-year anniversary streaming on YouTube as Harrier Citadel. It's crazy, right? 2 years already. Time flies. And on Sunday is the anniversary for another streamer who also debuted 2 years ago, which you guys all know that I gush about all the time. It's Wilhelm van der Bos, and his anniversary is on Sunday. And little birdie tells me, little Plumie tells me, that something cool will be happening on his channel then. If you guys are not familiar, he's also an art streamer. If you like my vibes, you'll love him to bits. He is arguably better than me in terms of how to do a stream and run a community type thing. He is, okay, he's not arguably better than me, he is definitely better than me at that sort of stuff. But he runs art challenges every month, which are really fun. I'm trying to participate in every single one of his art challenges this year. So that's a thing. But yeah, his 2-year anniversary is now coming up. I'm going to be going to Wave Motivational Pom-Poms. I hope you guys can join me as well, because he's really good, really fun to be around, has lots of interesting conversations, and he actually has lore videos, so check those out too, because they're fun. I'm still prepared to quibble over that, because I like your art and you are a streamer person. I still feel like I miss some technical beats and community management beats, so I definitely feel like there are some things that I can still definitely improve on. like actually consuming content so that I've got stuff that I can talk about in Zatsus like this. Fun! Yeah. Yeah, so I need to still get around to actually consuming content. It's been something that I've been grievously neglecting for the last I don't know how long, easily a half a decade, and it's driving me insane a little bit, but I've always got other more important things to do. But I definitely want to do so. Like, I have had on my to watch list for as long as it's been out To Be Hero X. I desperately want to watch To Be Hero X. I want to catch up on a whole bunch of other stuff as well that I can't even think of right now because I haven't engaged with it in a while. Harrier in season 2 I still want to catch up with now that I know that it exists. Because I watched season 1 with a friend of mine a while ago when that had only just finished airing the season. But literally the only content I've been consuming is my webtoons, and it's like, that is a little bit more tricky to talk about. Yeah, but everyone has something they can point to and say, I'm not a good streamer because I don't do this, and after a point it's like, yes, maybe, but you do a good job with what you're doing. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Braid. I appreciate that. It's an important reality check. I do know what my limitations are to a large degree. And I know where I need help to a large degree. Just not very good at asking for it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we do what we can, little bits at a time. Everything you do adds up and adds up and adds up. So, we're getting places. I think knowing that my to make a thing goal is Misthaven, and not just random arbitrary pictures every week, that it is definitely help for me to know that, okay, I am in my lane. But there are definitely, especially on the community side of things, things that I definitely feel okay. On the social side of things, I definitely need to improve drastically on some fronts. Oh, Sam, I've been yelled at to ask for help more than 3 times this week. Oh, yeah. That, if I had to tell you that was probably the longest standing point of conflict between me and my mother, is my failure to ask for assistance, it would not be an understatement. One of the longest standing conflicts. But we're working on it. Actively working on it. But yeah, it's more difficult when one has not got a bartering chip for a person who hasn't got a vested interest necessarily in your success. Feel that? My own mom was a yellow #1 on my hat list. Once again, head pats for Braid. Shame. Yeah, no. It's tricky. Like, a parent will try and correct you and build you up and such, and have the difficult conversations with you because they care. A good parent does anyway. They will have the difficult conversation because they care. And unfortunately, when it comes to the great world of the interwebs, the amount of unconditional caring is like unicorn level of rarity in comparison to that parental influence. In terms of wanting to at least work with you and cooperate with you without it necessarily being a bartering system of some description. Sashian, hello, hello. I therefore was not expecting to have a Harrier heavy breathing ASMR. Well, welcome in. I have not done this in at least a month, so yes. Unfit burb is catching up. Now I'm self-conscious about my breath. Watch me try and move back to choir breathing, where the entire point is to do it silently. Which actually isn't a bad idea, now that I think about it, because it's abdominal breathing too, which actually gets more air in your lungs, now that I think about it. But how are you doing, Sashin? Good to see you. What's the time? 56. I think it's time for another hydrate. So everyone, acquire your nearest safe for consumption beverages, and let's take a sip. Yeah, no. Show of hands, who here actually enjoys ASMR? Like, genuine question. And what kind? I'm good. I got my PC arriving next week. Hey, another one. Nice, nice, nice. And I don't mind the heavy breathing. I love ASMR. Oh, okay. Depends. Okay. All kinds. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I have clicked into a couple of videos to try and get the gist of across a broad range of ASMR genres. Okay, what is this? And the associated okay, so how is this supposed to make people respond? I personally haven't actually gotten anything out of it, for me personally, but knowing you guys enjoy it, I suppose it's something that I can eventually start planning into future content of some description. You have the perfect voice for ASMR, etc. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I have no idea where I'd even start with it. For now, the treadmills is where it's gonna be at least once a month. My aim is once a month for this year, or for the remainder of this year. Because, honestly, I feel like dedicating the time to just a normal chatting stream with you guys would be nice. Being able to debrief all of the things, and actually doing something where I'm actually resting my hands for a change, because oh my word, my hands are always busy with work. It's crazy that I haven't suffered long-term injuries since the Dragon Project of 2024, is a miracle. It's something I clued in on a while ago, but I get overstimulated by noise easily. So mostly the whispering and random triggers help and overstimulate me. Okay, so it's like a relaxation aid in that sense. Interesting. Interesting. So basically focusing on the continuous subtlety, basically, helps to rewire the brain a little bit. That's what ASMR is made for. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. I haven't been overstimulated much before, but when I do, all I want to do is sleep. All I want to do is retreat into silence and sleep. I really only listen when I'm stressed and exhausted, which is quite often, but besides the point. Oh no, more head pats for bread. Shame. The subtitle of today's stream is going to be head pats for bread. Oh man. Okay, we are at 54 minutes and 4.28 kilometers, which means we're not going to be too far over an hour for the 5 kilometer. As I do ASMR to help people just like that I suffer with my British debuff. No! The British is absolutely not a debuff. Like, I know what accent you've got, Sushin, and it's like, it's not a debuff. The accent isn't the issue. It's all a matter of volume control. ASMR when sleeping or trying to is usually when I listen. Ah, okay, okay. Good morning, Krahazik. Welcome, welcome. Good to see ya. Yeah, the British isn't a debuff. Yeah, like... Sushin's accent is more closely related to the Cockney side than to the Oxford side. But I personally don't find that off-putting at all. Personally, I don't. An accent is an accent is an accent, right? As long as you can understand legibly what is being said, the exact shape of the vowels that make the sounds, as long as they're comprehensible, not an issue. Comprehensibility is the main thing. Because yeah, I have spoken with Sushin in voice calls for the VTuber model, so in terms of planning for that and such. Got to head to the work, okay. Thank you for dropping by, Sushin. Have fun out there, good luck. And we enjoy your voice, so don't feel upset about it. Bye! Yeah. Own voice insecurity is one of the major hurdles that I think we all need to overcome at some point, especially in the content creator space. Like, even me, when I hear my recordings of myself, I think, is my voice really that high-pitched? And then I realize, yes it is. And it's like, that is all the unresolved tension in the neck. That is rearing its head right there, and therefore the modulation becomes important. Because as soon as I start to get lazy, the neck just tightens up and everything goes higher and higher and higher. And it ends up getting a little bit squeaky, which I personally do not like at all. So it takes conscious effort to modulate down. But when it does happen, that one is at the right place, eventually you just gotta learn, On the bright note, higher pitch is easier for the mic to pick up. That is true. That is true. You don't need to be quite as close mic'd to be effective on that higher pitch. And then on the other side, I'm here like, I don't mind high-pitched Harrier. Yeah, I usually try to reserve high pitch for when I'm specifically trying to convey a certain emote, sort of like that. But like for normal conversation, I generally like to try and speak down. But then again, I also do know that I need to put a little bit more effort into enunciating properly as well. Sometimes when I'm overly comfortable, I get lazy, and then all of the consonants just fall apart into a mumbled mess. I think I'm more mid-range to low pitch normally. Yeah. I know I would probably not last a day if I had to put on a normal quote-unquote VTuber voice. I don't know if I'd be able to survive a day doing it. Even in my own head, I wouldn't be able to listen to it, let alone listen to the recording of it. Okay. We're in the last half a minute, and we're not gonna catch up at this speed. No. I have no idea what that would sound like. I feel you're on the mumbled mess. The Midwest US accent I have can go several sentences without speaking a space. Oh my word. All of the VTubers I watch use their normal speaking voice. That helps. That helps significantly. Like, I've heard some VTubers, especially of the female variety, putting on a VTuber voice, and it's like, how did you find that note? What an interesting frequency you have discovered. How are your ears still intact? Because, I don't know, I get tired when I hear high-pitched sounds for too long. Even when I am listening to my OST collective, if there is an area with too much flute and piccolo, I eventually hit the skip button because I just can't do with any more of those high frequencies. I do know one who can do the high-pitched anime girl voice for brief periods of time. Ah, I see, I see. Eventually we will create a VTuber only audible to dogs and rats. Oh my. Now that will be confusing, poor dogs and rats. It'll sound like a completely silent stream with subtitles for humans. Meanwhile, the dogs are just looking at it. That would be funny. That would be funny. Have you heard Iron Mouse's high note? That's, well, that is high. I have heard that high note in a clip compilation. I don't watch Iron Mouse myself. But I have seen the high note. I have heard the high note in a clip compilation at one point. It's high. Meanwhile, I would just like 2 extra notes at the bottom of my low register, because then I could sing all of the songs that I actually know in their original key without it being uncomfortable or sounding gritty. Why? Because most of the songs that I've listened to that I actually know the lyrics for, that are actually not OST pieces, are sung by men. Low tenors and baritones. I actually listen to frightfully few female vocalists. In one of her songs, she hits a super high near glass, shattering high. I do not doubt that. I do not doubt that. The note that I heard in the clip compilation was up there. It was almost off of the piano up there, if I'm not mistaken. Blows my mind, yeah. When a soprano has got it, she's got it. I mean, hitting the note is one thing, but hitting the note with a clear timbre, now that's a whole nother skill. That's a whole nother skill altogether. Oh, hello. We got past 5 kilometers. I can slow down now to a gentle 5. And holding it. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Because hitting a note and then keeping it sustained without getting that too little air wobble. Five-kilometer hit, woohoo, yep. It only took us 63 minutes. 62 minutes. So, we mostly caught up. When I'm in practice and walking to my playlist, then, and not trying to have a whole conversation, my best for a 5-kilometer is 42 point something. I'm not sure exactly what the number is. 42 point something minutes for the 5Ks. Nice thing about not being in the military again, no more annual 12K road marches. Ah, yes. Like, what sort of overground speed do those marches require anyway? Hydrating. No specific speed. I think it's max time 4 hours to complete. Okay. So that means it should actually be not too different from this pace, actually. No? Okay, if that's maximum, might actually be a little bit slower than this. But then I suppose you're all in full regalia and also supply packs and all of that load, which adds up. Doing that distance in that speed under load, I can understand that being a little bit slower. Being in the field artillery, we only had to have 6.8 kilograms of weight. Wait, is that all you had to carry, is 6.8 kilograms? Infantry has to carry double. Okay. Okay. 6.8 sounds a lot lighter than what I was expecting. Like, 15 kilograms, I suppose that makes sense for infantry. Because that's water rations, etc. as well. Makes sense. In practice, in the field artillery, if you are walking anywhere, something has gone terribly wrong. That I can 100% believe. Because, by nature of artillery, there should generally be heavy machinery with wheels or tracks or something. So, simply, being in field artillery, walking anywhere, having anything to carry, and having most of you intact and present at the same time sounds like a good day. Given what could have happened if you would otherwise find yourself in a destroyed piece of artillery machinery. Eesh. Any piece of heavy machinery that you get out of walking is a good day. Pending the number of explosions. Right? I'm now just walking out of stubborn tenacity. Yes? Ah, yeah. But anyway, let's divert away from the military topic, shall we? Yeah, no. But okay. I'm legitimately just walking because I'm not done yet. I'm walking because I'm walking. I'm not walking because I need to exercise anymore. I'm drenched. I can feel that I've not done this since February. It's bad. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. I tell you. Okay, 70 minutes. I'm gonna call it there. Cool down on 3. I'm gonna call it there and cool down on 3. Now that is back to a continental idol. It's so bad she's gone Scottish. Well, I will be honest with you guys. I have got some English blood in me and I have got some Celtic blood in me. The Celtic parts of me would be appalled at how much of the English accents I use in comparison with the amount of Celtic accents I use. But I've just not heard enough of the Celtic accents to be able to feel like I can altogether mimic them appropriately all the time. Like, occasionally I throw a little bit of the Welsh or the Irish in there, just a little bit, just a twinge here and there, right? But I don't often try the Scottish. I don't often try the Scottish. I think the farthest I've walked at home is 1.4 kilometers to the nearest convenience store. Yeah. I don't walk to convenience stores. I do not live in a place where it is pedestrian friendly to walk places. Really. Without being driven out of the road by vehicles moving way faster than what they should be. So, amongst other things. Say no more. But that was pretty decent actually. We were pretty much on the hour with the 5k. Give or take 2 minutes. But I'm glad we were able to catch up because I was really slow for the largest time at the beginning of the stream. Now walking equivalent to 8 kilometers at work is fairly common. Ah, I see. Yeah, but I mean, during the day, getting from point A to point B, going to and fro between workstations and carrying bits of gear here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, I can see 8 kilometers in a day. If it's not a desk job, 8 kilometers in a day sounds entirely doable. I wish I had a desk job. Overrated in my opinion a little bit, especially if it's like quote-unquote normal desk jobs, white-collar work. When you have a job that allows you to be physically active, yes, it's hard, but the mobility that comes with it is honestly a lifesaver. The inertia that comes with a desk job is terrifying in terms of what it does to you. It's absolutely terrifying. Like, my desk job isn't a quote-unquote normal desk job by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm still desk-bound for 14 hours a day. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. And the rest of the time I'm either asleep or doing domestic work. So, unless you are really, really disciplined with yourself about lifestyle choices, a desk job is actually really, really not good for you. But having an active work that you can keep doing, provided there's not danger of losing limbs, the longer you can do it, the better, honestly. Just because of the extra health benefits that come with it. Maybe, but my knees would prefer otherwise these days. Yeah, I get you. If you're doing the sort of work that requires carrying heavy stuff, I can definitely understand needing to do some significant joint management. A desk job is weird. On one hand, it'll kill you from sitting there, and it also manages to be stressful and tiring enough that it's hard to exercise out of work. Exactly. It's very, very peculiar. It's incredibly peculiar. I'm gonna hydrate again. But yeah. I think I'm starting to catch my breath back again. My watch still says that I'm on 123 BPM in terms of heart rate. What does this thing say? $73. Yeah, I don't trust this. I don't trust this heart rate monitor. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. It was fun having a yapping stride session. Walk and talk. What? If you don't understand, then that's good for you. Oh man. But yeah, please, if you can, join me on Sunday in waving motivational pom-poms for Wilhelm's 2nd anniversary. I am scrambling to try and prepare something for my own 2nd anniversary now that I know when it is, because I'd completely forgotten to even check. I seriously forgot how long I've been here. Like, it just feels so right. You kind of stop forgetting. You forget to check for milestones. I completely forgot that I've been here for 2 years. I should probably do a celebration of some description, or at least do a thing that's a little bit more than just blah, we are here. So I'm scrambling to try and put something together for that. Still ideating it a little bit. So whether I'll actually have it done in time is anyone's guess, because I've got to put that in between all of the commission work. But we'll see. Felt that. I've no idea how long I've streamed or when I started. I think I was at work during my most recent Twitch anniversary. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, no. Because I know my first appearance as Harrier was in February, but my first stream was in May. But yeah, guys, I seriously need to end now. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna hit the stop button. Beep. And I shall see you guys on Monday. Alternatively, on Sunday on the other stream. So until then, have fun. See you next time. And cheery bye. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here, Tony. Thank you for being here, Krazik. Thank you for being here, Braid. Have fun out there. Ciao, ciao. Bye.